Good morning and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. Today's video is going to be a full day of eating, a full day of all of the foods on my keto diet. Now you just saw my breakfast. Full-fat coconut milk coffee. Full-fat coffee has been my breakfast every morning for the last 8 years. But I forgot to show you my natural vitamins, my supplements. So on the weeks that I don't have fish, I take 1 omega-3 capsule, beef liver for the weeks I don't eat organ meat, then 1 dulse every day, which is a seaweed, homegrown variety of greens, and beets. That's what I take every morning. Now it's time for my morning snack. More coffee. It's ready in the fridge. I have about 9 containers. I prefer not to use a microwave. I like to save every nutrient that I can. 1 keto English muffin. I'm going to toast it. 1 tablespoon of walnut oil. And more natural vitamins. My greens and my beets. I like to spread those out through the day to spread out the net carbs. My goal is to eat the equivalent of 3 cups of fresh greens every day, and this will satisfy that. On these cold winter days, I like to have a second coffee. I'm going to take all this down to the basement and ride the bike for an hour. Time to cook lunch. Today it's chicken thighs with summer yellow squash. Cooked in coconut oil, just simple with salt, nothing fancy. If you follow me, you know that I prefer a simple keto whole foods lunch. And my favorite way to cook my lunch is just to roast it in the oven, but that heats up the kitchen. And today it's cold upstairs. And when the kitchen gets hot, it kicks off the heat because the thermostat's right there. So I decided I'll just cut up the chicken and cook it in a pan. Just keep it simple. I want 11 ounces of chicken, skin and meat all together. Plus, I forgot, I'm going to use 1 cup of bone broth. Now, this isn't yet reduced. This is full strength, straight out of the pot yesterday. I don't want to waste that skin. I love to cook it like you would bacon, where it's thin and crispy. I'm going to do that first and use that oil to cook the chicken. Now you can use a variety of spices on this. Just make sure it's not a blend mixture because some have added sugar and starch. Make sure you read those labels. I'm just simply going to use salt. I found that the more simply I eat over the last 8 years, I enjoy just the taste of the vegetable itself and the meat. I require less and less spice. But go ahead and add things like basil or rosemary, a variety of herbs. Like I said, in my recent full day of eating keto video, I can cook and freeze portions, but what I find is cooking something fresh, a warm meal every day, smelling it, experiencing cooking it, gives me more satisfaction. Now the opposite can be true too. If I cook and smell foods that I can't eat, that'll make me hungrier, increase my cravings, and make me dissatisfied. And that's the reason in this home we only have foods that Dale and I can eat. Some of Dale's foods I don't eat. Either I'm allergic to them or they increase my cravings, but he couldn't eat the way I do. Vegetables and meat? No, that's just not Dale's way. But the beginning of the cooking, the smelling it, the whole process gives me more satisfaction. That's why I like to cook fresh every day if possible. Now see how it was sticking to the pan? That's good. That's going to add flavor. When it's done cooking, we'll deglaze that pan with the bone broth. I like to measure out my vegetables in 5 grams of net carb portions. That's what works best for me. This squash was previously frozen, so it's already soft. As it sticks to the pan, I'm going to pour in bone broth about 3 different times. I prefer my vegetables soft. That's how I grew up. But if you want them more crisp, you don't have to cook them as long. Of course, the healthiest way is to eat your vegetables raw or lightly cooked. But if you don't enjoy them that way, you're not going to keep eating them. I truly believe you've got to eat the things you love the most. And for me, that's meat and vegetables. And soft vegetables will keep me eating them every day. That's better than only eating them for a couple of months because they're too crunchy for me. That's another reason I take my beets and my greens. I get in some raw vegetables. So don't let perfect be hindrance for doing good. For lunch, I'm going to have Zevia. No dyes, it's clear, and it's sweetened with stevia. That's what I'm in the mood for. Now it's time for my afternoon snack. Here's what I'm going to have. Keto coconut milk yogurt with chia seeds and strawberries sweetened with liquid stevia. Every day I use a variety of fruit in it, mostly berries. And like I said, today it's strawberries. So I have the fruit frozen in squares in the freezer. And in the morning, I put one in there and give it time to thaw. And these are my natural vitamins, 3 green capsules and 3 beets. And that's my full day of eating. It helps me maintain my 150-pound weight loss. I've been going for 8 years, and I hope it helps you a little bit. I'm going to be making some full day of eating videos for Dale, so you can see how differently Dale and I eat. You need to find what works individually for you. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye.